I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but you can see it in their body language. This is not a team that is organized and been ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2, and he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st and 10, Reese, and he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. Amendola's got it complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. First down, here's White. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. from the gun. Reeves got a man. It's Amendola. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Reeves. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week, and here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Quincy Enunwa couldn't reel that one in, and now it's 2nd down. The headshots here, the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you.
Kamara. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 13 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Trubisky to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. On 2nd down, Kamara. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They run the draw play. This is White. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. To throw on 3rd down. Rees. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Avery Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset. Yep. Draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Running with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Rees, and he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On 1st down, White, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rees. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Able to get this to Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. A 10th carry for Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's got a moonwalk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action with Trubisky. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Trubisky. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He gets it to Cooks. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That's complete. It's Gordon. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Complete to Josh Gordon. A gain of 14. First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll run on 1st down. White. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Reese. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Throwing on first down. Rees. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Running out of the gun with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Rees. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Butker's kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's more on the return. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Rees. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Rees over the middle here to Rudolph. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Two times. Alert. 3.
2nd and 6. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the 2nd round there defensively. Back to throw. Rees. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half? 10. Operating from the gun, Rees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bo Allen. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and long. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rees got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. As the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Trubisky. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Toss play, Kamara. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that'll make it 13-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vic Beasley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Reese, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reese. And Rudolph has it left side. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, Reese. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Reese. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On first down, White. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. To throw on 2nd down, Reese. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey.
From the gun, Reese. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. From the 25 on 2nd down, Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete. Anunwa again the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all after.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. The 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
And now here come the Cowboys. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. He's coming, he's coming.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run. This is Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun is Trubisky. This is caught. It's Cooks. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Anunwa's got it, complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky, and that's complete to Cooks. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now it's Trubisky. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. That time, a 9-play drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Rees. And that'll be incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
A pass complete here to Conley. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Jonathan Hankins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Trubisky to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And able to find Conley. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Elliott good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the hole, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He's got the hook up with Conley. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Trubisky to throw again. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Complete to the right side, it's Eifert. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Again, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On the ground, this is Kamara. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. On the ground, Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
So that one a long 11-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, Reese. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. He's got it to James White. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Looking to throw. Reese.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Huge first down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch.
To throw again. Reese looking middle, and it's incomplete. It was Nick Nelson that time who got a hand in to break that one up. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Going deep for Eifert, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Hey, we got time right.
Here's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's White, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
This one fielded at the 5. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. One last shot for Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it. And
we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Pittsburgh, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.